Welcome back to our channel, Natural Nature Naturalists. I'm Leanne.
And I'm Ryan.
Today's topic is the California newt, which is the most toxic,
the cutest,
and the most superpower-filled amphibian of the U.S. And it's just as amazing as the weather out here. Isn't that shocking?
The California newt is packed with so many superpowers. My personal favorite is that they can actually regrow their organs and limbs, a part of their brain, their eye, or even their heart.
Just a part of their heart, right?
Yeah, not their whole heart.
Wow, that is really cool. I always knew that animals like maybe lizards could regrow their tail, but an organ? How cool is that? My favorite is that newts can withstand fire.
Really? That is so cool.
I know. Whenever wildfires happen in California, and believe me, they happen pretty often, newts can sometimes get caught right in the middle of it, so they need a way to defend themselves. So they release a foam out of their body that protects them from the fire, and they come out unscarred and unharmed.
Or you could use the word excrete.
I could use excrete too. That's good vocabulary.
Also, did you know that if a newt is feeling extremely threatened, it will actually lift up its head to reveal its neck, and it will bend its tail backwards to reveal its orange underbelly?
It's like a warning sign to predators saying, don't eat me, because if you do, it'll be the last meal you'll ever have. Ow.
Also, did you know that if some animals do not take this warning, so they eat the newt, and the neurotoxins on the newt's body kicks in, and it paralyzes the muscles and cells, causing the animal to die, and the newt just crawls right out saying, what do you mean I'm innocent? I didn't do anything.
The neurotoxins can even paralyze the heart, lungs, or brain, which is why the animal dies so quickly. And the neurotoxins are 5 times more powerful than cyanide, which can be found in apple seeds and can kill you if you have too much apple seeds. So that's kind of dangerous, folks. Just like with the ladybugs, don't eat a newt either. I think you got that down.
Also, did you know that the garter snake is actually resistant to the neurotoxins of newts, but not immune? So with a low chance, a garter snake can still die by eating a newt.
Wow. So that may be the only predator that the newt really has. I don't think the garter snake chooses the newt as its first choice for meal, though.
Yeah.
Now let's move on to the actual life cycle of a newt. So a newt is first obviously in an egg, right? And then it hatches into a larvae, and then a froglet, and then an adult. Once it becomes an adult, the whole cycle starts again. Woo! Oh, it's ready again. Meh. Anyway, so then the whole cycle starts all over again. Everlasting. Woo!
Honestly, you only skipped the tadpole part. You didn't say that they went to a tadpole.
Oh yeah, I said larvae instead of tadpole.
Well, larvae, tadpole, then froglet, then adult stage.
Yeah, okay, that part was a little messed up.
Now, let's dive into the California newt's mating season.
During mating season, the California newts cross roads to get to ponds or streams where they can mate. They go down there and they lay their eggs. Newts mate by giving each other piggyback rides, and it's so cute to watch. I've fallen in love with it before, and I will do it every single time.
Also, the easiest way to tell a male California newt from a female is that the male will have a more flattened and and wide tail than the female.
It's the same thing with their legs. Even if you see the legs of a California newt, it's the same way, flat and wide. For the males, don't forget that. Now, let's get into the eggs of the female. So when a female lays her eggs, she usually lays
about like a 10 in each sack.
Yeah, there's about 10 eggs in each sack that the female lays. And when those egg sacs hatch, hundreds of little baby tadpoles swimming everywhere. Swimmy. But before summer, those tadpoles have to get out of that stream. Otherwise, it's gonna dry up. And then, oh no, That's not good. So they go up and they become roadkill. More on that later. We're not going to dive into that right now.
When the newts go up into the hills before the ponds and the streams dry up, they actually live inside squirrel burrows.
The burrows of other animals are the homes to the newts. So if you live in a big house with a big garden and you see all those little holes, please don't destroy them, because you're destroying the newts' homes too.
Yeah, and then they won't have anywhere to live, so please don't do it, please.
I'm trying not to smile, but it's kind of hard. Well, yeah, that's a quick reminder to you. Now, newts have something very important about them. They have something called the biodiversity crisis, and it's not a good thing at all. When newts are done mating and they travel back up the road, same as their baby tadpoles will do a couple months later, they face their biggest enemy and predator,
Cars.
dun dun dun. When they're on the roads, cars are just driving past and they don't see the little newts that they crush when they're driving. In some places like Los Gatos, they have a really long road, and so a lot of newts get killed all the time, especially because there's... Okay, hi guys!
Sorry.
Again.
It started raining on us like crazy.
Yeah, so we had to take a quick break, but we're back now, so let's take off from where we left off. The biodiversity crisis of the newts. Biodiversity crisis is a really big problem. It's putting the newts' lives in danger, and it's making them on the brink of extinction. Want to know why? Well, when newts are done mating from December to March, they're traveling back up the road, and cars kind of smush them when they're driving, because obviously you don't see a kind of tiny little newt crossing the street and you kind of roll over it. It's really sad. There are 2 places in Northern California where there are newt crossings more often and where newts die the most. In Los Gatos and Berkeley. Lucky for us, in Berkeley they closed down the road, so no newts getting smushed there. But in Los Gatos, near a reservoir, there's a really long road, and one side of it is near a pond, and that's kind of where the newts lay their eggs. So the newts travel back up that road in Los Gatos and...
Roadkill.
Yeah. Just in these Los Gatos areas, based off research, 5,000 newts are getting killed every single year. That's almost 40% of their population. If this goes on, they'll be extinct
In 10 years maybe. 10
that's
years.
really sad, especially considering how cute these animals are and just what they're trying to do. So I bet you're wondering now, how can I help? Tell me how I can help. Well, I'm going to tell you right now. Or I was going to tell you. Why didn't you tell them?
We have been talking for a really long time. That is true.
So then talk.
So number one way that we can help is that we can spread awareness, and we could give this knowledge to other people. That way they can know what is happening and how many newts are dying in 1 year.
It's really sad to talk about to other people, but you have to do it. You gotta tell other people, hey, these newts are dying and we need to do something about it. That's what we're doing. It's not easy for us to talk about this, you know.
The second way that you can help is by volunteering for a well-known organization called the Newt Brigade, or you can volunteer for any other organization that helps the newts.
The Newt Brigade helps the newts by either helping them cross the road, because, you know, they're kind of slow, so we really gotta help them. Mm-hmm. So that's one way they help. They'll move the newts to the other side of the road and jot down a number in their tablet. Number of newts saw today, 1. The other way they help is by taking the dead newts off the road. They feel that it isn't right to just leave them in the road and let the cars keep on, you know, driving over them once they're already dead. So they decide to move them off, which is also nice. They walk for miles and miles and miles, even at midnight, even when there's dangers of the car You don't just have to volunteer for the Newt Brigade either, though. I'm sure that there's another volunteer group right next to you that helps the newts in similar ways. It's just that the Newt Brigade is really well known, and, you know, it's the easiest one that we thought was worth mentioning. So, that's all for the biodiversity crisis. But I have a quick fact for you that you probably didn't know. Really slow.
Okay,
That's a pretty long time.
They're not that slow.
Yes, they are.
Okay, fine. They're slow on land, but they're super fast in water.
Yes, they're fast in water, but I mean like slow on land terms.
Okay, yeah, but they're not that slow on land terms.
Yes, they are.
No,
A
they
frog
are.
beats them in a
No,
race
they
of crossing
are.
the road.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, can we go build our Legos now?
Ah!